Hello guys, welcome back to Football Manager 14 and I have finally picked a team. It was good. You guys put in some good suggestions. Let me go through your comments and tell you why I picked the team I did, which is obviously Burton Albion, as you have probably worked out from the graphics you see on the screen. Just Mike commented, he told me to do a very low league. You download extra leagues. I didn't really want to download extra leagues, which is why I couldn't do British Dynamite's idea as well of managing Erith and Belvedere FC. I just didn't really want to download extra leagues, A, because I didn't want to go down that low, and B, there's always a bit of a risk when you download mods like that you're going to get glitches or bugs in your save. And since I want to do this a really long-term save, I wasn't that keen on downloading extra leagues. Above the Heavens said I could manage a team in the third tier of German football. I looked at Halle. I was considering it. I was seriously considering it, Halle. But I wanted to start in England because I am English. I understand England, and it's a good place to start because if you're a new manager, you are going to start in your home country, really, aren't you? So I'm starting in England. I looked at Las Palmas as well, and I looked at all three of these. Dunfermline, I can't pronounce it. Dunfermline and Cork City. I considered, but I have managed teams in similar leagues in previous series. Las Palmas I seriously looked at as well. I really considered it, but they're a bit too high up reputation-wise to start this save with. They're probably a team, same with a team perhaps in German second tier as well, that I'd consider as my second job, because bear in mind I'm not going to stay at this team for my entire career. This career is not about the team I'm managing, it's about me as a manager and progressing as a manager. And In's game also suggested something really interesting. I really looked into this, but a bit too complicated for me. I didn't want to start off in K-League straight away, and again it's still quite high up, the K-League. It's still a very high reputation team. It's not really, that's more of an individual challenge in itself, but who knows, you know, I may get job offers from the K-League from career further into the save. But I started off with Burton. Burton had to be the team I picked. They've got a very good squad at the moment. I like it a lot. I'll show you the players they've got. They've got two quality goalkeepers. They've got a young guy here who's 22 years of age called Dean Lioness. Great shot stopper, great reflexes there, as you can see. His mental attributes aren't brilliant, neither are his physicals really, but he's got great reflexes, which to be honest is a very overpowered attribute in Football Manager. And here's our main man, John McLaughlin. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper. He looks a quality goalkeeper. He'll do a job in League One. We've got a lot of League One standard players here, I think, and maybe even a few Championship players here, but we'll see. It's still early days. We're struggling with centre-backs. I'll show you the report. Oh, it's different now. You don't go there. You go on squad depth now. We've got one good right-back here. Will be our starting right-back. He looks quality as well. Again, definitely League One standard and maybe even Championship standard. Phil Edwards. He looks like a massive tank there, doesn't he? But he's only 5'8" and 11 stone, so he's not that big. He's a defensive fullback, if you know what I mean. So he's going to be sitting back. I think I'm going to be playing with a very flat back four. Centre backs, we've got a weird range of centre backs. We're either a bit too old or a bit too young. We've got this guy here, Ian Sharps, who's very good. He's losing his pace already. He's 33 years of age. I like a bit of pace for my centre backs. We've got this guy here as well, and Aussie centre backs are always good in Football Manager. I don't know if you were subscribed to my Becoming Legend series last year when I managed at Johnston. We had an Aussie centre back. I can't remember his name now. Maybe you can remind me. He was very good. And then we've got just youngsters as well. We've got this guy George Taft, or Taft, I don't know how you pronounce it. He looks good as well. At 21 years of age, he's definitely going to be getting a few run-ins, and hopefully he grows quickly. Hopefully he develops at the same pace as we do as a team. Left back, we've got two reasonable, decent left backs. We've got McCrory, who can play on the left. I like this. He's good enough. He's good enough for me, I think. And we've got George Taft again, who could play centre back. Very defensive minded, 6'5" as well, so a bit of a beast. Midfielders, I want to play. I don't know what tactic you need to play in this league. I think you might have to play cramp out the midfield. We've got Lee Bell here, who looks like a very good player. He's quite all round. He's got good passing, he's good tackling. A bit short to be a defensive midfielder in my liking, but maybe we can play him a bit further up. I don't know. It's strange. We've got John Musinho. I've heard of this boy before. I've never really known much about him, but his name always comes up. I don't know why. I think I used to always see his name on the little video printer when I watched Sky Sports or BBC. He did score a lot of goals for Stevenage, as you can see, but he's a central midfielder again, a very all-round midfielder as well, a very well-rounded midfielder. Those mental attributes are phenomenal. His physical ones are very good as well. Technical, again, there's nothing really that weak there. The lowest one is long throws, which is a 5, which you don't really care about, to be honest. And you know, they're decent. They are very decent attributes. Oh, is he an all-round great, or is he a jack of all trades? We don't know yet. Robbie Weir as well, another defensive-minded midfielder. Again, but he's quite well-rounded. So we've got a lot of decently well-rounded midfielders, but they're all quite defensive. They're more defensive than attacking, but they can attack. So maybe I'm going to have to play 3 quite defensive midfield and allow the attacking players to just go a bit more ham. We have got a young centre midfielder. Where is he? I'll try and find him. I'll show him for you in a minute. Where's this young central midfielder? I really like the look of this young central midfielder. He's called Matt Palmer, 20 years of age. He's got 13 passing, 12 first touch. He can defend as well. It reminds me of a bit of a Henderson, maybe even a Gerrard. He's quite well-rounded as well. Not as well-rounded. He's a bit more attacking, I think. He's a decent, very decent player. Maybe he can be our Scholes in midfield. Let's find out. But yeah, we've got a good team here already. I don't want to fit around too much with the first team. Let me show you who else we have got. We have got this guy called Lucas Adkins, who is phenomenal. Again, another very good player. Pace, physical, strong. He's going to be very, very useful. He's going to give fullbacks a really hard time. 5'11" as well. He's on 1.2k a week though, which is quite a lot at this level. But hopefully he proves his worth. We've got this guy on the sort of like a backup. Really, I don't really know what to think about this guy. He's young though. We'll see how it develops. He's quite defensive as well. So maybe he's someone to bring on when we're winning a game. We want to close a game out and have a wide attacking player who can sit back and can sit behind the ball and then just spring forward. You can win the ball and then just spring forward when we want to have 10 men behind the ball. Hopefully he's a player that can fill that role. On the left hand side though, we've got Colin McFadzean. We're struggling on the sort of left hand side. We've got this guy, he's 20 years of age. He's got good potential though, I believe. Yeah, potential 5-star. I think that's what the black star means. I think it sort of means 4-star, but the black star means he could have this star, but we don't know yet. We've got to do a bit more of research. So yeah, maybe that's an area we need to focus on the left side. We've got Jimmy Phillips as well and Adam McGurk. Jimmy Phillips, this is what he looks like. He looks alright, not too bad, nothing phenomenal. And we've got this guy here, Adam McGurk, who's a long-haired prick, to be honest. Nah, he's a decent player. He can play up front as well. Yet again, very well-rounded. We've got a lot of well-rounded players here. And then up front, we've got Stuart Bevan, who's probably going to be our main man. He's 30 years of age, but he's good enough, I think, to jump into the first team. Sort of a false 9, really. Maybe I can exploit him. Maybe can play him a bit like Messi. We'll see. Is Stuart Bevan going to be our Messi? And Dominic Knowles, who is a bit more of a physical player. He's a bit more rough, I'd say. He's got good physical attributes, decent finishing. He's decent in the air as well. More so than Bevan, but we'll find out, guys. Let me know if you know any players I should sign, because I really need some help. If you know anything about League 2 or these similar leagues, players that might join us, or even Burton Albion, leave it in the comments. I'll go through the comments next episode, see what you guys suggest. I have actually looked at one player I've been trying to buy already. He's this guy, because he looks phenomenal. I think I might have to up the wages, because I'm desperate to sign this guy. He looks very good, 20 years of age, and he could be Premier League standards, I'm not joking. So stay tuned, guys. Hopefully we can do well. Wanted by 34 clubs. I'm going to have to up his wages to make sure he joins, because he looks very tasty. Sorry guys if I didn't pick your team. Please don't be upset. I normally get really annoyed with YouTubers when they say that, when they say pick what team I should manage, because they always get downvotes by the people that don't get their team picked. But hopefully you guys understand why I've picked this team, why I didn't pick your team if you wanted me to. And hopefully we can get on board. But bear in mind, it's not about the team as well, it's about the manager, it's about the journey as the manager. Blah, 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 blah. That's the end of the episode, guys. Leave me some tips in the comment section, and I'm out. Bye. Bye. See you later.